What's up, gamers? Welcome back to the Let's Build series, where I build level. So this is the final episode where I build the last wave in Rust of Dream. So yeah, I finished it today. All I have to do is air deco and the background. I think. I don't know, I haven't edited it yet. Anyways, sorry for not uploading. I've been busy with school and stuff. If you like the video, subscribe. Have fun watching the thing that I did. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna move these a bit farther back because it seems kind of difficult to sight read, so I just want to move these a bit farther back so that it'll be easier to sight read, because they'll start moving sooner. Alright, that seems more fair. So now that we have all the movements and stuff done, I think I'm going to do air deco next, actually. Alright, for the next air deco piece that I want to make, I'm going to take this, kind of make the same design, copy paste them on the path of the player, because it'll make it easier to sight read. Alright, so now I've added all the air decoration, and as you can see, you can try to kind of trace the path of the player. But it has no rotation, which is why I disabled it so that I could add these on the same guidelines as the pulse trigger. Alright, let's see how it looks with the new rotation effect on it. Alright, that looks much better. I'm editing a few of the air decoration pieces. Gives it a little more variety, plus it makes it easier to sight read. Alright, now I'm going to do the background. For the background, I need a big circle. So now we have this big white circle, which is exactly what we want. Place this on B3. Now I'm just going to select the blocks around the circle, scale them up a tiny bit, make it black, so then now it has a black outline. You can probably see where I'm going with that, especially if you saw the text. This one, yeah. I'm making a clock. My idea for this background is to have a clock with the hands going around it and stuff, with the gears. So now that I've made two hands for the clock, I can actually move them to B3. Don't fade, don't enter, and well, I guess I want this to move. I guess I have to make the transition for this, so I'm gonna put this up here. That's 10 blocks above. It's group 283. And for this, I want a 1 second move time where it moves down 10 blocks. Group 283. Easing it out, I'm gonna extend this to 1.5. Down. Alright, that looks cool, but it doesn't move with the player. So back here a bit, I'm gonna put it at lock player X. 20 seconds, since it's at multiple speed portals, and so we want it to move back 1,150. Alright, so the problem with the clock is that it goes through these, so you want this all to be on B3. So now that should be fixed. I think that looks pretty cool. So now we can rotate it, start the rotation. This is group 284, 285. So I have made a clock before, So for the rotation triggers, I'm gonna reference that. Alright, for our first part, we need this, so 286. And for that, we need 284 to rotate around 286, 360 in 10, and then in 120 seconds. And then for my other one, we're going to want to do this in 22 seconds. Alright, I did the math right, I just got the which one it is wrong. So that actually should be kind of realistic. Of course it's going to be sped up, because if I put a clock that moved at the same speed as an actual clock, it would be incredibly boring to watch. I'm not happy with the clock hands. Well, I'm not super happy with the clock hands, but I think they look alright. I guess the only thing that's left now is to make the gears, and then the end transition, and then we're completely done this part of the level, and pretty much the entire level. I still do need to do movements in this last part. All that. By the time this video releases, the level is probably out, I think. Hopefully. I'll be disappointed in myself if this isn't out, because I'm that close to finishing it. So for gears, what I usually do is I just rotate them around like that. So 283, I guess, for this one. And then 287 for 288. Actually, no, I don't want 283. So this is going to be 289. As in, all the gears are going to be 289. And I want 289 to fade in, but instead of using Elf Trigger, I'm going to use this Pulse Trigger, since it's just a darker version of the background. So I'm going to just copy the background color, subtract like 6 from it. So now I want it to pulse 6, so that it will be, I didn't set the group, so it's group 289. And so as you can see, it's, well, yeah, if you turn off the grid, it's completely invisible except for the lines, but they won't show up in the actual level until you get in, and then it will fade in. I did this earlier in the level, since it's really useful for art and stuff that where it has blocks overlapping if you want to use an alpha trigger, since it always kind of annoys me, an alpha trigger and on like art. So yeah, don't do that. Use a pulse trigger instead. It's much better. As you can see, we're getting into kind of the more boring parts of building a level. But they're necessary parts to creating a good level. So I like how that looks. It still needs to follow the player though. So minus 1,200 instead of 100. I actually want to move that a bit faster, actually. Same with the clock, because it's moving pretty slow. So I've kind of switched the move times around to see the change more. Yeah. So next, I need more gears, I can't just have one. This part is going to use a lot of rotate triggers. Alright, so now, see how it looks. I'll see if I need any more rotate triggers. Hopefully not. So many rotate triggers. Okay, something went wrong there. Because they should not be rotating like that. Alright, so let's look at it. Okay, maybe not. Alright, so it's these two. They don't have the center group. Gotta make these all high detail, just so that it'll reduce the lag, since as you can see this level has a ton of objects. That looks pretty good, except for the fact that those two don't work as they should. Alright, so for the last part of the background, it's just going to be a bunch of groups on 282, which you may recall was the group for the background. I forgot to disable the rotation, so now I can disable the rotation. Group 304, I also think that it stands out too much, so since it's just normal saws, I'm just going to make it 50 opacity. That should be good, so that it's less noticeable than the clock, which is the main focus of the background, and a little bit less noticeable than the big gears. I wasn't even paying attention to what that background was looking like. I was just playing the game. Alright, I think that actually looks pretty good. One tiny last thing that I want to do, like, really last thing that I want to do, is just this. I want to add this. Make it the color of the background, which I have quite a few of. Alright, I think it's color 26 should do well. Yeah, just 3. This is just going to be group 305. It's going to be pretty low on B3, so that's ahead of everything except for the clock. And then group 306 and 307. What I want this to do is it's going to follow the player for the rest of the level, so lock player X, and then 306, 30, 307, minus 30, and then the opposite, so 30 and minus 30. Alright, so now we get that little kind of in effect. I don't know how it looks. Also 304. Let's make it invisible before this point, just for the transition. Alright, that looks good. Next, I just need to create the end transition, which is going to be super easy for me to do, and then I'll be finished. Well, not finished level, but finished. Mostly. Finish this part pretty much. I am going to be making the end transition in the next episode, because this video is taking way too long to edit, and I don't really feel like editing another part, because just this one recording for the video was over an hour long, and it took me like 2 months to edit. So yeah, I've been kind of busy lately, which is why I haven't been releasing as much videos. I've been building a lot, and I haven't really felt like editing, but hopefully I'll be releasing videos more frequently in the future. And yeah, I think I'll have a tutorial up soon, although I did say that I'll have this video up soon, like 2 months ago. So I hope I'm right this time. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and I don't know. What am I saying?